Hey, all you little cats and kittens. It's Jared here. Hey guys, for all you guys who have not been to my channel before, my name is Jared Gilster and I like to do reviews on movies. I do sometimes on comedy specials, on TV series, whatever I feel like talking about, I do a review on. And today I felt like doing something kind of a little bit differently than my normal sort of sitting behind the table in front of like my little TV and bookshelves. And I thought that it'd be fun to just kind of do more recommendations for people who have a lot of time on their hands at the moment. Unfortunately, we got this thing called coronavirus going around, and hopefully that we're all staying safe, staying indoors as much as possible. All of that drill. Hopefully we're all staying safe, and my prayers and my thoughts go out to all you guys who are affected a lot by this pandemic. So we'll get through this together, but if you have some extra time around, there are a lot of good things for you guys to be watching, and I love movies, so that's something that I like to spend a lot of my time on. So a movie that I find myself watching a lot, and not just because of the coronavirus, just because I love watching this movie, is a movie called The Way, Way Back. And this movie is pretty small. It's a low budget film, and it's not really something that was in wide release. I didn't know about it for many years since it had come out. My brother had recommended it to me, and I was like, oh, I'll check it out. I really like Sam Rockwell. He's just a really great actor, and I enjoy him. And this movie is one of the most heartwarming, happy movies that I've seen in a really long time. And I only really knew about it for maybe the last 2 years or so. And I can tell you in the last 2 years, I do watch a lot of movies, but I have to say this has to be on the top of my rewatchers since that time I just learned about it. It's a movie that's about a teenage boy. I think he's probably around maybe 14 or 15 years old, just kind of off the top of my head. And he recently had his mom, she got a divorce from his dad, and she is now dating a guy, and his character is played by Steve Carell. Not a funny Steve Carell performance, I must say. He's kind of a jerk. But so this kid who's 13 to 14, he's the main character, and he's just really struggling with his image and also just how he thinks of himself. He just doubts himself a lot. He doesn't have much confidence, and it's kind of in that time of your life when you're finishing up puberty or in the middle of puberty and you're kind of forming your identity, who you are. And he just finds himself really being put down by his mom's boyfriend. And he ends up going with them on a vacation, I believe, to the East Coast. And while he's there, he's just really struggling. And then he finds himself stumbling into another character played by Sam Rockwell, who runs Water Whiz, which is a water park. And he finds himself finding a job there and really finding a good father figure behind Sam Rockwell's character. And it's a really great story, something that really points out to many of us who, we live our lives and we oftentimes get caught up so much in emotions that we forget about how grateful that we should be for the people in our lives who have kind of been good role models to us, who have helped form us and, kind of merge us into being good adults or, just good people who have, good head on our shoulders. And we owe that to a lot of our role models. And that's why I really do love this movie. It also shows the importance for adults to reach out to younger people who are looking for guidance, who don't have a grasp on the world at all. They're kind of trying to decide who they're going to be. And, you can't really tell a kid what they need to be and they'll just like fall into that. But you can definitely help guide them. And I think that that's a really awesome thing in this film. And Sam Rockwell's character is amazing. He is, just such a ham whenever he's in like any of his movies. Sam Rockwell's one of my favorite actors working today. He does a great job with it. But, also Toni Collette does a great job in this movie. She plays our main character's mother. And Steve Carell also, he is great in The Office. He's great in 4-Year-Old Virgin. He's a hilarious guy, and I love Steve Carell. But he actually also does a very good job playing the jerk in this movie. And, I think that it also shows how a lot of kids grow up in homes where their parents are extremely immature. My wife actually loves watching Dr. Phil, clips on YouTube, and it is amazing. It is amazing how immature parents can be, especially in their relationships and their quarreling. It is crazy to me how dumb and immature adults can be, and that is just kind of shown through Steve Carell's character and how he interacts with his friends, and then how Toni Collette kind of goes along with it, and then that kind of leaves her son just kind of out to dry in a lot of scenes in this movie. But also, while you don't find yourself in the best of circumstances, or his character doesn't really have everything that he should have in parents, he's able to find it in Sam Rockwell, because Sam Rockwell was able to reach out to him, know that he needed a role model, and be that for him, not in a boasting way or a self-congratulatory way, like, yeah, I'm a role model for you, but he's just there, and he actually cares about this kid, and that's what he does in his life, because he's a good guy. And I just really love The Way Back. There are a lot of things that I could say. I could sit here and talk about all the things I love about it, but I don't want to get too much into the details, because I think that this is just a recommendation for you to go watch it. If you have time on your hands and you need a little bit of uplifting story or something that can help you pass the time, turn off your brain from the outside world, it's a very healthy thing to do. You should check out The Way Back. I cannot recommend this movie enough. One of my favorites. But anyways, hope you guys are all doing okay. If you are in a state where you're, told to be quarantined, please be safe. Also try to exercise and get out as much as you can. Call people, stay in contact. Also see if your grandparents or someone need help. You know the drill. And be praying for all you guys. And I hope that you guys go check out The Way Back. It's a fantastic movie. And I'll see you guys next time.